Hello! Sorry for starting a little late, folks. I had a really nice conversation on Twitter with an Isaac Levin. And now I gotta do my Twitch stream. Gotta set up the lights. The room's a little darker than it normally is because I closed the blinds to try to get better audio quality. Let me know if this is going well for you. Hello everyone. Welcome to my stream. I'm going to be working on my create-typescript-app package template project. But for those who don't know me, I'm Josh. Thanks for coming on, watching on Twitch and or YouTube. I'm a full-time open source developer in the TypeScript ecosystem. I work on tooling that helps you write TypeScript and similar better. Whether that's faster with fewer bugs or with better dev tooling, up to you. Today I'm going to be working on my standard TypeScript starter repo because it's September, a little after the middle of September, and I want this thing to be ready to roll out and rolled out on all my, or most of my repos in time for Hacktoberfest, which is next coming month. Also, I wrote a book, Learning TypeScript. It's a good book. Buy it. All right. So, what am I doing? I recently renamed this from the much more verbose template TypeScript node package and started trying it out on all my repos. So I've actually got a tracking issue in that milestone number 2. Rolling this out to my other repos. I added a couple recently, but before I roll this out to them also, I filed a whole bunch of issues that I discovered trying to roll this out to my other repos. And that's going to be today's stream. I'm going to try to get through as many of these issues as possible. There are like a dozen? 20 of them. So I'm not going to get through them all. But as I go through these things, feel free to ask questions, comment, chat. Always happy to talk. Oh boy. First off, some of these do actually have an existing PR. Like this one, there's a redundant command that doesn't need to be run. It's got a PR on it, waiting on the person. Okay. So, first actual, I want to start small. I want to start with something a little easier. This one I'm pretty sure is a little more tricky. Let's do this good first issue. 10th. Have I chatted 10 times? Hi, Nate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th? 9th? Close enough. Nate, how's it going? Good to see you here. Oh, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. What emoji is that? 3 months of subbing. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Yeah, so let's look at this issue. Pog. I also, for those who are new, post everything starting off small with a good first issue. Normally I try to leave good first issues for people who are new, but like this stuff I just want to get through as quickly as possible. Oh, you got accepted to that! Congratulations, that's awesome. That's conference.com? Yeah? Oh, the call for speakers link? Ooh. Was it Texas? Yeah, I didn't apply this year. Oh, look, home gains. But I'm really excited. I heard a lot of good things. Are you on is the schedule up yet? Are you on as Nate's? Okay, leave it on. Oh, it's not up yet. Oh well. Still, no, that's awesome. What are you gonna be talking about? I forgot to put an emoji in my Blue Sky post. It's up. I just missed it. Do you have a link? I'd love to promote your talk there. Why does this Pace put the camera? Weird encoding issue. This isn't your first conference, is it? I should see you on the speakers page. Speakers its own page yet? Oh, it is. Nate Emerson, there we go. There you are. Good call, good call. Cultivating confidence. Oh, I love this. Haha, gotcha first. Oh, that's clicky. Cool. No, that's awesome. Congrats, man. Gotcha. That conference is a really good series. The organizer is really nice. Clark is just a gem of a human. Clark Kent. Okay. Oh my God, what's his? Is it really Clark? I just realized. Clark.conf. Clark Sell. Why did I think it was Kent? I've had a long day. Tell him I said hi. He's a Superman. That's why I confused the two. Oh my god. What time's this space? Will I be able to make it? I wanted to contribute to that conf website, but it's Svelte, and it's so different from what I'm used to that I couldn't get myself to do it. I just didn't have the time. But I'm sad. I wanted to. Love Clark. Love the team. Oh yeah, I'll make it. Awesome. I might be like shoving noodles into my face at the time, but we'll see. Is it open source? If you go onto that community Slack, there's a channel. I forget where it is. And I've learned the hard way not to open my Slack on stream. But yeah, if you just ask him, he'll I'm sure be happy to have you on. Lol. Good first issues, am I right? Always want to have good first issues. But alright, so just going through this before I get too distracted, sorry. I'm just so excited that you're going to that, talking with Clark and everything. I like it when two people who I like individually, like, interact. So this issue, number 752, let me pin it in the chat, actually, I always forget. It's that I got a bunch of scripts in this package, and there's actually a template package file. So part of this repo's tooling is that it'll create your files for you, and the template also includes a bunch of different scripts, including lint packages. But the underlying YAML file that runs this script in GitHub Actions is not created by the template. So workflows TS, I'm guessing is the file name? Yeah. So all the files here that get created, it's an object with keys for each of the files, is missing a lint package.yaml. So you can see like build YAML always gets created. Most of them are created conditionally. So I think there's, what's this? Huh. Interesting. Same key, different. So I think it's just a typo on mine. Exclude lint packages. There you go. It was just an issue with the key. Fun. Let me zoom in. All right, let's pm test to see. Does this fail anything? Okay. Funny, this isn't covered by unit tests, but well, I have a few good first issues in the repo about filling in more test coverage. This might be one of them. All right. Workflows, lint packages, YAML. Fix correct key for excluding lint packages at YAML. Ugh, I thought I enabled that thing to be automatic. Annoying. PR up. Most of my streams recently have been a lot of issue and PR triage, not actually coding, so I'm kind of enthused to get back into coding a bit. Turns out I've been using the wrong exclude key. Nate, what else are you up to today if you're still there? Also, no worries if you just want to lurk. PR. Boop. Whoops, that's the wrong window. Oh, dang it. Thought I minimized that. Quick little PR. All right, let's look at another issue while this thing is building. So, okay, the actual next one in the list, I'm going oldest first, I want to say. 752. Wait, no, that's the same one. Wrong. 749. Don't create source/star.ts files during migration. Yeah, I remember this now. A bug sorted. Oh, hi, Nowie. Good to see you here. How's it going? They're in this view just sorted by number. 734, 48, 49, 50, and so on. It's just oldest first. I'm going to get to all these, I hope, by the end of September, and it's kind of hard to prioritize. So if there's anything really egregious, I normally just fix it almost immediately if I can. but yeah, haven't done too much priority sorting. But okay. 749, don't create source TS files during migration. Yeah. So the problem here is that when I migrate an existing repo, this copies a few basic files always, like greet.ts, index.ts, but it really shouldn't do that for migrating. It should only do it for initializing a template repo. So these should greet.ts, index.ts, types.ts, these should really only exist. Greet.test.ts. This whole create source thing should only really exist outside of migrate mode. So, so it's really options dot. Does the options object not include the mode? So I guess options is just the options to run with, not the mode. I have a mode type. Mode, which is create or initialize or migrate. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change. Get out of there. I'm going to change this thing to take it a mode. Mode not equal to migrate, and that. So whoever calls this will need to be updated too, which means options mode. Which means this also needs to take in a mode. Create with options and migrate with options. Structure. Migrate. Create. So I guess initialize doesn't actually. Right. So there are three modes for this repo. I'm remembering now. There's create, initialize, and migrate. Initialize is run on a fork of the template. Create is creating a new repo. And then migrate is on an existing separate repo. So initialize, those files actually already exist. So there's no need to create them if you've already forked the repo. Okay. Run test runs, see if there are any tests. So did this pass yet? Almost. Another one with no test coverage. Oopsies. Check out B. No source in migrate. Fix. Don't create source files during mode migrate. I should really be writing a test for these, but I'm pretty confident in my changes, and I want to get through them. And there's actually pretty good test coverage in the repo already, so I'm not too worried about it. Like in theory, I really should, but also this is like a weird optimization for open source land. I do want to leave good first issues for people. So if I look up test, there's like a few issues for test coverage in other places. So eventually I have it on my personal to-do list to file issues for adding test coverage for like random things that don't have it. Okay, passes in the root mode to write structure, which then passes to create structure. So it knows not to call, and what was it? Create source? Yeah. Create source during migration. Created PR. All right. Yeah, more tests is good, but I also don't want to. I don't want to make it so annoying to contribute to this repo that no one does it, and I slow down. Trade-offs in tech. Okay. While these are running, I'll also just, oops, forgot to post the issue. No need to create standard starting source TS files during migration. When migrating an existing. Yeah, today I'm pretty sure the threads are going to be pretty long. I think none of these issues are too complex. He says, immediately jinxing himself. Oh my god, Blue Sky. It's been like a month that I've been seeing this issue. What is this? PR fix. No unit test YOLO. Let it never be said that I don't have a sense of exuberance and joy. Whee! Oops. Green check. Yay! Also, fun fact, there is technical coverage for a lot of this stuff. Because I merge coverage from unit tests and the 3 different end-to-end tests. One for each of the 3 modes that it can run in. Merged. Look at this. Already 42% complete, up from 39. Yay. Oh boy. This package is based on Notice replaces create-typescript-app with the repository. Yeah, I love this. It's so silly. I'm just going to go to... let's make a temp 2. CD... No. Make a new terminal. CD ... make dir temp 2. CD temp 2. EX create TypeScript app latest. Base everything. Mode migrate. Create. Whatever. Just to seed it with some stuff. Oh, and I want to skip GitHub API. Testing. Hello. Yay. Alright. This will take a little bit. So if I code. So what I'm going to see is that in the generated README for testing hello. Oops. That's what I wanted to open. README empty. The very bottom of the README, we see this package is based on, and then once this script finishes cleaning up files, it'll replace this. Oh. The issue says it replaces this with create-typescript-app. Maybe it's that it only happens during migration? Mode migrate, so maybe it's just during migration. So what if I mode migrates? Does this fix? Does this show the issue? Aha! Yes, it is. It does. Oh. And fail detecting existing contributors. HTTP error not found. Yeah, because the repo doesn't yet exist on GitHub. I'm going to ignore that bug for now. It's a weird edge case I don't want to deal with. I don't want to restore. Yeah, so in migration, we don't want to find and replace in the README. Create TypeScript app. This will be, I think, a little tricky. Oh no, this PR failed. Oh, test creation failed. That's not good. Oy vey. Maybe I have to go back to this. Cannot find source ****. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm still on the branch for this one. So don't create source files during mode migrate. And this was tsup. Aha. So when we create, wait a second, create with option. Write structure, create structure. It should have created source. Interesting. Why didn't it create the files? So what happened was tsup couldn't find, which is just a builder that it runs, couldn't find source *** whatever. That's so interesting. 841. Okay. I'd have to run this locally and see what happens. Build. Oh, wrong repo. PMPMI, PPM run build. So what I'm going to do here is PMPM run test create just to see what happens. Actually, do I want to make a new? Why didn't it create? Actor temp3, cd temp3, node. Script slash create test e2e.js is what's actually running. So I'm gonna what's it complaining about? Cannot find bin index. Oh, I think I don't actually need to make a temperature. Oh my god. Alright, so right now we're making a new test repository in the current directory, which does have index.ts files. I'm so confused. Why wouldn't... See, I jinxed myself. Now it's going to be this whole stream is spent debugging this one issue. It's not packages, blah, 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 cleaning files. Then we cd into the directory. I'm so confused, but the files exist. Source. So under the test repository directory, temp and temp3, test repository. Oh, it's because they're created in the root. I see what I did wrong. It's because I spreaded. So it was putting them in the roots. Source. I removed the key. None of y'all caught me here. Could have saved me a whole bunch of time, you know. RF temp or testing repository. What is it? What is RF test repository? Git status. Git add this thing. Git add all. Forgot the source key. Well, and you know what? I bet if I look at the diff. Yeah, I forgot the source key. Okay, so this should fix that. Let's see how that goes. Alrighty. Oh my god. PDP. Alright. Well, good push. Great. That should be fixed. Anyway, let's go back to this one. So this package is based on, notice, replaces create-typescript-app with -- repository with the repo. So the find and replace script, I don't even remember where it is. Light mode, yeah. You know, I started using light mode as like a troll thing, but like a positive troll to like get people to, I don't know, recognize that it's a valid thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I might go back to dark mode soon. It's also because I have like the light in my face to make myself actually visible in this lighting. It's a little easier. But yeah, so what's happening is update local files, I believe, is the thing that's getting run to update. And like we rename create-typescript-app to options.repository, but then that also runs on the readme file, which includes this package is based on, notice. Yeah, no, dark mode is pretty great. So so there's actually, oh my god, I love this. So there's actually a dedicated Scruff. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, no, I agree. It is. Yeah, it's nice to just keep everything in sync. I agree. So there's actually this update readme function which gets run in initialize with options. So yeah, all I think I need to do is run update readme towards the end. So we have update readme and we have update local files. Let's figure out what is update local files happening after update readme. Oh no. So it worked fine when we created the readme, but if we mode migrate, if we run the code when the readme already exists, then it's fine in replacing it. So what we should do so update local files should just ignore this in some way, or maybe we can fix it up after the fact, because update local files gets run both during initialize and during migrate, because we write the readme and then we update local files. Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. So local files. What am I working on currently? Great question. Thanks for asking. And y'all, feel free to ask me whatever questions or whatnot you'd like to talk about. Working on this lovely little app, create-typescript-app, which is this super comprehensive TypeScript template. I'm rolling it out across all my repos, and I discovered a whole bunch of things in the first round of applying it everywhere that I want to improve in it. So just going through that list now. The nice thing about this template is that it sets up everything you could possibly want for you: linting, type checking, building, testing, all contributors, all this. So that's nice. The problem is it's got a lot of stuff in it, so non-trivial to set up, which is why I did it in one place and now have it templated. So the problem here is that when you migrate an existing repo over to create-typescript-app, if that repo already had this package is based on Josh Goldberg's create-typescript-app, it gets fine and replaced over to the new repo's name. So I guess I could do like a hard coding. Oh, two great questions in the chat. Does it include any changelog release note tooling, change sets, standard commits, or something? Yeah, you betcha. It includes a few areas around there. It's got an all contributors table in the README, and it does have automated releases. So semantic versioning, changelog. So I feel like I have a full changelog to MD in here. Yeah, so you could manually fill these things out if you wanted to. I feel like the changelog MD actually isn't updating now, which is interesting. Maybe that needs to be fixed. If you want to file an issue, to have an actual changelog MD file. But it also has release it is the bot that I use. So let's see. Yep, there we go. Little GitHub action. GitHub releases and then automatic to npm. Yay. So actually, yeah, I feel like I do. Thanks for pointing out, actually. I've been meaning to get this, keep forgetting. Changelog MD isn't being updated by release flow. What commit convention am I using? Conventional commits, I believe, which is the standard Angular, like feat, bug, build, etc. Yeah, feat, chore, that type of stuff. So yeah, let's look at changelog to MD. Let's get that hard link in there. Changelog MD should have entries for each release. It's been updated since 2022. Sad. So this is like a tooling-ish thing, but it's like really a feature. I call it a bug. It's a bug. So this is in the milestone of definitely want it working for when I roll out to everything. Also, thanks, Stabboy420. That was a fun episode, JS Party. Good stuff. Filed an issue, lol. Ooh, generic tool for release note management. Yeah, let me know how you find this repos to be blue sky. Look at this. Whee! Little issue found. Change log. Thanks, Mini Scruff in the chat for pointing out. For asking, haha. Okay. Changey.dev. Cool. Yeah, I'll take a look later. Alright, I forgot to post this issue on social media, I think. Yeah. Little more juicy looking issue now. Migration script tooling is replacing the rename notice about repository template. This is I think this is a funny bug that the tooling is overriding itself. Silly. Ooh, ESLint config pat. What is pat? Personal access token? NordCloud's platforms and tools. I love it. Love, by the way, seeing people have their own ESLint config. Love to see it. Also love that you use it alongside. Oh, prettier. Love it. This is great. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Woo! Oh yeah, release it's great. Oh yeah. So maybe that'll be useful. Yeah, I just need to look into it. I think I just never got around to implementing it. Good call. Thank you. Yeah, I do not like the way the release script is run right now. I'd really like to simplify that. I think it's actually on the... Oh, it's not on the list of must... Yeah, there's an issue long-standing with repo. Like, I don't like how it manually recreates branch protections. I need to find an action that does that. I tried earlier. It didn't work. So, bah. Okay. So, edge case. Migration scripts sometimes rewrites. Will rewrite readme attribution. Yeah, so what I want to do is say that you send it back to the original if you have options.repository. Lol. This is silly. And you already see here that someone else had to do this. So Ryota Murakami, great contributor, found that the console failed tests was happening in test code. I think I might have filed an issue for that one. That we don't want to replace Joshua K. Goldberg / console fail test because that's a repo that I use in the have documented. Okay, so now what I'm wondering is what if they renamed from owner? Yeah, I think we want to well, so we do want to replace Joshua K. Goldberg / create-typescript-app with the new owner / the new repository. So we can't exclude it here. So I'm going to say let's oh god, I'm going to have to do a regular expression or some crap. Oh wait, no, I just do options.owner. This is fine. Yeah, so replace owner / repo with me specifically for this case. And I believe there's actually a pnpm run test update local files snapshot that I'm going to have to update. Yeah, So I just want to make sure that we run the replacer command. Files. Oh, and I want to say this only runs on the README file, which in this loop is the optional third option. README. There you go. Files, README from this package is based on stub owners, stub repository. Yeah. There we go. Good. Awesome. So this is actually a whole other branch to do. Git stash, git checkout name, update local files, overrides attribution, fix, undo overwriting of README attribution in update local files. Okie dokie. So let's just test that this works actually. So in testing hello, I'm gonna first let's build watch. Then I'm going to node compose create TypeScript-app index.js node migrate skip API. Skip contributors, I think is the CLI option. Great. All right, so this gets added twice. I think there's a separate issue for that. At least I remember filing once and then one. And then we also have this issue. Failed detecting existing contributors. Exclude contributors. Why this exclude contributors is the flag. So now this gets added thrice. Love it. See if the, I don't even need to install. I can just skip install 4 times. Cleaning up files. Did it replace any of them? Nope. Local files TS. From to files. Let's just log to make sure it's actually running the things that I wanted it to. Yep. So why wasn't it migrating the thing? So it does say this package is based on Jocker Goldberg's testing hello. And it should replace it with. Oh my god, the replacement is testing. God dang it! I've been doing too much today. Boy, the replacement should be create-typescript-app, not testing hello. Great. So now we also see a bug in migration that I'd like to fix now, where this notice gets added multiple times. So update README. Update README, we append the end of README notice repeatedly. So contents equals a way to read file safe. Just gonna read the file. If contents dot includes you. End of README notice 1. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm saying only include this const detection line. So only actually add this notice if it doesn't yet exist. I can just use a constant for that. All right, so let's try this again. So in theory, we're now at 3 and we should only add, we should only end up with 3. We shouldn't be adding one more. Yay! Great. So I'm gonna, where's that console log I added? Also, is there a separate issue for this? I feel like I filed a notice. I'm legitimately surprised. I thought there was a notice. I thought there was an issue about this already. README? I could have sworn that I filed an issue about this getting added too many times. Ah, I did. And okay, I fixed it for the setup script. So it's added in the README and then... Wait. Did I already... Am I duplicating logic? Okay, so there's update README, and then there's write README. Got it. Okay. Got it. So these are two different pieces of logic. So this is a separate issue that I'll have to file. So bug, migration script re-adds, end of README notice. So it's shouldn't be reoccurring during mode migrate. Awesome. Curious, have any of y'all used any of this package templating? Have you tried it out on your own? Copy and pasted? No shame, honestly. +1 to you if you just copy and paste and use part of it. I'm always happy to help folks out. And this is post README migration. I'm finding that README are actually getting the notice repeatedly. I think it's that update README is always adding the notice, even if it doesn't have to. Yes. Boop. Great. So I'm only gonna. Where is it? I'm gonna only in this PR include the specific changes that I need. It's inline view to see it all. So yeah, I'm gonna move the update README updates to a separate PR to keep it granular. Oh, hey Connor. Nice to see a contributor too. Another one. Yeah. I was annoyed. I bet it's just that all contributors just haven't updated the local CLI. For reference, Connor added I added a feature or fixed a bug debatably in all contributors, the thing that generates a nice README table, so that it should respect prettier. Then Connor implemented the removing all contributors from the prettier ignore file. Then turns out the all contributors bot doesn't respect prettier yet. It just hasn't been updated, I think, to the newest version. Oh well. Fix correct output name. Oh well. Yeah. So also did I update local? I think I need to. Yes. Man, I've already gotten to too many windows open. Let's get you there. Okay, so this is a separate thing. Okay, source files. So yeah, so the PR I'm actually making now updates 750 by adds a. Did I update this snapshot? Oop. Actually, I think I can collapse a history. Status. Yeah. Git commit amend. No, edit. Git push force. Okay. Fix, undo over. There we go. And you will find and place back in local files. Okay. This is getting like forky and convoluted. There are like 3 different things happening at once. So I'm going to try to close them out. Fix PR. A little more blunt than I normally want, but oh well. Sometimes you just got to do it. I don't quickly see a better way. And if any of y'all want to suggest one, I would be very happy to hear it. What's up with this emoji? I also filed a new issue. I don't know where that went in the queue. Oh yeah, filed there. But what's happening? Is it just code cover that's off? Yeah, I already decided. 91.66% diff coverage is close enough. All right, merging this. Nice fellow. And we got this PR open. Okay, so next up, discovered issue. Discovered issue. Continuously adding readme notices. Okay. Freaking blue sky with its invalid responses. Remember when GitHub didn't make this nice little like preview image? Glad they added that in. Alright, so this is happy and good. Check out main. Pull. So what is this? It's update local update readme. Does update readme even have test coverage directly? Okay, I will actually add test coverage for this. It's like a nice straightforward unit test. Shouldn't be too difficult. He says, immediately jinxing himself. Let me just add in some test scaffolding, update readme. So what are my two tests? Whenever I add unit test coverage, something I try to think, what are the logical cases I want to test? Here it's adds the notice, adds a notice when the file does not contain it already, and then it doesn't add a notice. Doesn't add a notice when the file does contain it already. And I'm not mocking clack prompts, I'm mocking ... shared read file safe. And I'm read file safe. I do dislike having to do this for my testing. It seems kind of convoluted, but haven't found a better strategy yet. Alright, basic unit test time. Mock read file safe. Solved value. Nothing. Await update readme. I also want to. Why is this complaining? Oh yeah, the linter saying you don't expect anything. I also want to nodefs/promises. See if that's mocked, where I can copy paste. Whee. Then we expect mock read file to have been called with. You know what? To match inline snapshot, I'll just snapshot it. And then when we do already contain it, same thing. So running test in update mode -u for update snapshots should. Ooh, what's it complaining about? No default export on nodefs. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm inconsistent in this repo whether I default export or default import from fs versus star import, and it's out of scope for this change to do too much there. So I'm just gonna. What's it complaining about? Oh, I didn't want a mock file. I wanted to read file. Or append file. Oopsies. Oh boy. Would I recommend any other way to grab the package.json version prop in Node.js rather than import version from package.json? Great question. I don't know. It's not something I've thought too much on. So if you or anyone else in the chat has a better solution, please tell me. Let me know. But yeah, it's I think that's fine. If TypeScript gives you pain about it being outside your root dir, if like source is your root directory for TypeScript, or your base store rather, you can always do like a dynamic import, like a wait import, but such is life. And if TypeScript complains about that too, I don't know. Read file, like with the Node.fs APIs. Anyway, Let's see. This is happy. Yep. Update readme as needed. Fix only add readme notice if it doesn't yet exist. Append. So actually that's a better branch name. Append readme. Because the creation script already was modified. It's the update script that wasn't. Like if you're printing your docs version somewhere else, it makes it easy to manually update them. Easy to forget to manually update them. Yeah, as long as you're dynamically importing the version from the source of truth, which is often the package JSON, then you're happy. Like in TypeScript ESLint, we include it on the website, which is, I think, a nice little practice. Yay! Ooh, this was auto-published. Undo overwriting readme attribution, update local files. Yep, there we go. Just merging out these PRs that I'd sent. Not too shabby. Okay, so this is tackling issue 843. Yeah. Uses the line as a detector to know whether to append. Note that creation was fixed previously, just not appending, updating. Got that PR sent. Whoop. And now that I've only one pending thing fixed with unit test coverage, I can move on to another. Oops. Whoever's liking these, thank you. Also, sincere apologies to Isaac R11 for tagging him in all these. Sorry. I hope Isaac has unsubscribed from the thread. If you're watching, Isaac, I'm sorry. Is there a way to... Can you untag? Oh, you can. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, well. Well, I'll do it on the next one. Bug. Existing description and badges not detected. Alrighty. Fun. Now, some more. I feel like half of these are readme. Detecting existing badges and the like. Yeah, nice little memo emoji in there. And aha, yeah, I removed Isaac. Also, sorry for not untagging you, Isaac. Huh, funny. Normally, joy emoji is pretty recent on my list. Forgot that you were tagged at the top. Blue sky. What's going on here? Is this guy happy? This fella still running the tests? Okay. So, when migrating an existing repo, if the README already contains centered paragraphs or descriptions and or badges, they shouldn't be replaced. Yes. I tried migrating a package that already had them, and they were duplicated. So I tried migrating my all contributors auto action package, and they were duplicated. So, who adds these things? All contributors badge start. Let's use that as a search. That's a nice quick one. It's in the readme, write readme, and write readme. Okay. So, badge lines. Generate top content. So that's a function that's being called generate top content. All contributors content. And end of readme notice. Alright, so let's see. Let contents equals rate read file save. If you don't yet have contents, then write a file with just top contributors and readme notice. Okie dokie. That makes sense. then otherwise, you find the existing top contents. And generate top, and then okay, so we're like splicing these onto the existing stuff. Excuse me. So the bug here is that when you migrate an existing repo that already has this stuff on top contents is created duplicatively. So again, oh boy. So what I'm going to have to do is split this up. I'm going to have to save for each of these things in top content. Oh boy. For each of these lines, if you don't have something that looks like it, then add it in. All right, that's fun. Let's see if there's like a quick... Ooh, there's a inline variable thing. Extract a function, generate badge lines. Voila. So now we have badge lines. That's generate top content. So actually now I want the badge lines generation to take in the existing. Yeah, so I want to take in the existing lines, existing content, so that I can filter. So like this external contributors one shouldn't be added if we already have a href equals contributors. Although, what if I want to update the existing? What if I want to delete it? Oh, this is getting complex. See, I jinxed myself. Because now, what if it's like missing the target equals blank or something? Okay, so what I'm going to want to do actually is for each of these lines in the... All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't want to have to... This is like not important. Like it's just readme contents. It's not too difficult. And most people are not like updating already like p align equals center readmes to the new stuff. So I'm going to fix for the base easy case, like the straightforward, not easy, but straightforward, and then file an issue for like advanced more logic later on. So the straightforward case is, what is the straightforward case? If you already have a p align equals center, we'll use that. And then for each of these, we'll only add if it doesn't yet exist. That seems straightforward to me. So where is it? Generate top content. So generate top content. Yeah. Actually going to move this to a new file. Generate badge lines to a new file. Just to keep this file a little cleaner, a little smaller, because it's getting hard for me to keep track of all this crap. Okay, so generate badge lines. So existing lines string. All right. So ooh, I have an idea. What if I do like const remaining lines equals existing lines? Then I have a function that's like function splice existing line or something like that. Matcher. Unclear what this is going to be. And it's like if const existing match equals existing lines dot find. I think I see how this is shaping up. This actually might be kind of good for like the general harder case too. So if there's an existing line that matches, let's just call it like a regular expression. Const remaining lines, const new lines. String equals. There's an existing match, then you know what? Let's do a set. So I can do like, if there's an existing match, then remaining lines dot delete existing match, and then new lines dot push. Oh, let's call this bad lines. Bad lines dot push. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about this. Let me know if I'm just not making sense. Sometimes I just go forward. Okay, so if we have an so in this function that we're going to call with a bunch of stuff, if there is an existing match, then we delete the existing match from the remaining lines and push the new thing to badge lines. Otherwise, there's no existing match, so we just push the new badge line anyway. Right, so we always so we always add the new badge line as we need it. Oh, but what if we want to remove it? So if we have said we want to remove a line, then we don't add the badge line. Okay, so now just splice existing line. So the badge line is you know what? Let's call this existing badges. Remaining existing badges. Let's call this generate badges because they might take more than one line. So here we're doing splice existing line with if we don't exclude contributors, and then the regular expression is all contributors badge start. Yeah. So if we match anything that's all contributors badge starts, then we delete the existing line, and then if we wanted to add in the new one, nice. So this will also remove the all contributors badge. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm feeling much better. Moving on to the next one, I can already tell I'm probably going to want to make a loop for these. Options exclude tests, and then code IO GH. It's going to need some escaping. Nice. Okay. Cool. I like it when there's like a nice, clean, cute solution to problems. So, for const, what is it? Badge line existing matcher of const. So the first entry to this list of operations is that first one, and the second one is the second thing we ran with. Love it. Love it. And then inside it's splice existing line. Badge line existing matcher. So splice badge. Yay! Next one is contributor covenant, which is code of conduct. Yeah, say if we have one that mentions code of conduct.md at all. Then there's the license. It's similar. I think it just mentions the license at all. And that's MD or text, I think it should be. Then if it mentions sponsoring, sponsors. I want to make that a little less general. GitHub .star sponsors. That was an options of funding and wasn't it? All right, next to, let's just automate this a little bit. And this is style prettier insensitive search and TypeScript strict insensitive. Love it. Okay. So we return badge lines. What are these calling? Badges. Generate badges. All right, so before I write unit tests, just seeing how this is gonna work in other places. So badges is generate badges with existing badges, which is a string array. Now I'm like, do we really need a whole other function, like two functions for this? I'd say let's just call this whole thing generate top content, because it's the same function signature. This one calls to the other. All right, look at this. Generate top content. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Okay, so now generate top content. Do I like HTML and CSS? Hi, Demian. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I do. It's one of the things that really got me into programming. Do you? Do you like HTML, CSS? I will say I don't generally work directly in them. I normally work via like an abstraction like React or Astro or something because I work on projects that, are at the scale where it's annoying having to directly write in HTML, CSS, especially HTML. Like if I have 15 pages and they all have the same header, I don't want to have to copy and paste the header. And native HTML web components, the like normal way to, the in theory soon eventually normal way to share HTML is they're not super ready yet. But no, I like them a lot. Okay, so generate top content is, you know what? I want to make the existing badges not optional, so I have to explicitly say if they're empty. So if you don't have any contents yet, then it's an empty array. Then generate top content. And now I have to, now I'm going to have to parse out the existing badges from the README. Parse find existing badges. That's going to be tough. This is going to be a whole new function, I bet. Ooh, great question in the chat. How do you deal with imposter syndrome when getting started in open source? I really want to be more active in the open source ecosystem, but that's a big barrier. Also from Demian, I don't think there's a lot of boilerplate HTML even with frameworks. Yeah, I'm sure there are other Markdown, etc. languages that would work better than HTML, but we're stuck with it. It's got flaws, but I can still like something even with, all its warts in the open. But yeah, great question, DapBoy420. I'd say everyone's different. Imposter syndrome in open source in general, it can be hard to overcome. I try to be very logical because I suffer from imposter syndrome. Not as much anymore now that I've had a longer career, but especially at the beginning. Try to be logical and evaluate what are the actual repercussions of the best, average, and worst case scenarios here. If you see an issue that you want to tackle and you're not sure whether you can, what would happen if you tried to work on it and you failed? The failure could look like you just don't get it to work locally. Or it could work. It could be that you send a PR and the PR is not the right solution. Well, the worst case scenario would be that you waste your time and don't learn anything if you just don't send a PR, or if you do send a PR and the maintainer's rude. The average case scenario will be that you'll learn something, maybe send a PR, and then if you do send a PR, the average case is that the maintainer will like give you constructive feedback or just merge it in. And the best case scenario is you learn a lot, you send a PR, the maintainer thanks you. It's very rare to find maintainers who are actively rude to people, even when it's someone who clearly has no idea what the F they're doing. A good maintainer will be supportive. So I think imposter syndrome can stop you from doing stuff when a negative repercussion would be very unlikely. But try to think, like, is looking at how the other interactions on this repo or this person have gone, do I think something bad will happen? And at the very least, from my repositories, like how I interact with people, I always want to help folks and make it a good experience. So, I don't know. I hope that helps. I'd say learning foundations, like getting a chance to practice stuff, can be very helpful with open source. But at the end of the day, you will eventually have to put yourself out there and do something in the open and work with other people. So, good luck. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to write this find existing badges function, which takes in content string, returns an array. Let's move this to a new file. Speaking also to Demian, one of the things I've always found interesting in industry and stuff is that yeah, I'm glad that word is that stuff evolves over time, and what seemed like a good idea in any year will almost always seem like a bad suboptimal idea in year plus 10 or 20 at the very least. Oftentimes year plus smaller the number than that. So like it's because we're constantly learning better and better ways of doing things, but then we're also stuck with the old ways when it's hard to move to new stuff. It's like, yeah, the web is based on technology that was, started in the 90s or earlier. So of course there's corrupt, but as Anders Halsberg likes to say from the TypeScript team, find me a perfect language and I'll show you a language with no users. Such is life. Not disagreeing, just finding it amusing that, yeah, we're stuck with this. So find existing badges. So this is a function that should, given a readme, determine what the existing badges are. So like with this type of text, there's like a p align equals center. Then we should get like the list of arrays. So let's see if p dot star, so const starting paragraph equals content dot match. First time chat. Hello, welcome. Japar, do I know how to generate multiple hash in Express.js? What do you mean by hash? I don't know what you mean by that. This is, this is actually kind of a tricky problem, what I'm realizing now, is that, is that this readme thing, like parsing out what a potential badge would look like. These are like kind of complex. Like there are a lot of different types of badges out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, create hash of bcrypt.js. Yep, no, I don't, Japar. I'm sure I could, Japar, pardon me. I'm sure I could figure it out, but that would involve reading through the library's docs, which is probably what I'd recommend in this case. But thanks for asking. So yeah, I'm just going to try to cram through this. So I'm going to let's call it content raw, content. Contents equals contents raw dot replace all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all end lines, and I'm going to say like const closing paragraph. Ooh, what if I use like a fancy match? Ooh, I have an idea. Contents, I'm going to replace all. I don't want any. No, I don't want to replace the new lines. I want to do contents.match, and I'm going to have a big regular expression that like matches for stuff. So like there's a dot star slash a, and why is this not happy? Because I didn't escape that. Or new line. All right, so this is the very most basic one, and actually I'm gonna start doing kind of TDD here, test-driven development, because this is like a very well-defined problem. So what I want to do is let's just get another test file. Find existing badges. So test.each. So yeah, I'm just going to set up a whole bunch of test cases and try to get through them. So input expected, expect, find existing badges, input, let's call it contents actually, to match the function, to equal expected. PPM test, find existing, oops, forgot to import the test from vtest, existing badges. Oops, extra X in there. All right, so yeah, yay! Empty string becoming empty array matches. That passes. So let's do a couple more applying cases. APC123, test, title. So these should give no badges found. Now let's do a very basic A with nothing in it, badge slash A. So that should give an array with badge slash A. Awesome. To equal, compared values have no visual difference. What is this complaining about? So the result of .match in JavaScript is not technically an array. It's technically not just any old array. It's technically regex match array, which does that extend from array? Where is it? Yeah, I don't know if it is literally an array, but it has all the properties of array. So it's just array.from. So yep, it is just an array. And then there's a badge with contents that I want to check for. I see that code cuff one is going to be kind of more complex. And oh boy, whoops, I forgot to put a comma. So now the formatting's getting all messed up. Okay. So in this case, we're getting, it's not working because it's across multiple lines maybe? What is the multi-line flag? Is it G, JS regex multi-line? Ooh, my other PR. Finish, let's merge that. Yay. Multi-line, which is M? Why are there no example? Okay, foo/m. And why was this hiding the M? No useless flag. Okay, so start a line, new meta white space, A. Let's start prototyping even more correctly. A stuff. So that's false. Why is that complaining? Did I get the wrong S? Is it? Okay, lowercase s for white space. So that's allowed. Now let's do whack n. Oh, yeah. How do I JS across lines? Oh boy. do use, instead of dot, use anything that's white space or not white space. Okay, so ooh, look at that. That works. So any amount of white space, start a line, any amount of white space A. Dot star. Whoa. Alright, so just before I get into why it's I'm introducing a polynomial bug. That's nice. So let's say anything that's geez. Well, before I fix this polynomial bug issue, looks like the thing matched. Yay! Dot star. And the actual... So it's almost the same in matching. It's just not quite there. What's the difference? I see this one is spaces. The other is tabs. Just make sure the indentation is the same between the two. So close. Come on. Come on. That's frustrating. That is not just passing. What's the difference? They're the same, basically. I wish I visualized like the white space differences. Like what is the difference between these two things? Is there a slightly different amount of spacing in front of it? No, it's the same. This is annoying. Also, what's with this token? I don't need that there. Still failing. Why are you failing me? It's literally the same. Like, oh my god, is it this? No. Expected, received. Is there an extra tab there? No. So we expected it with a certain amount of indentation, and then what we received was, I'm gonna have to debug this. My command line. The F5 on the keyboard, debug current test file. Come on. So expected 0, actual equals find existing badges, contents. Oh. Wait. Okay, so expected is a strict. Wait a second. So first of all, look at that. Is that a syntax kind of bug? Second of all, I'm missing the array. Is this passing now? Yeah, it's passing. Great. So I just forgot to wrap the results away. So that's nice. Anyway, yeah, so now let's fix this polynomial. So the issue is there's like an exponential way that these could match each other. So what I need to do is figure out how to stop this super linear backtracking issue. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say that the A is not allowed to wrap across lines. So JS regex any character except so it's array of not plus of not that plus, and that's still allowed. Okay, so let's be less permissive here. Let's say that you're not allowed to be new line. my god, I honestly don't know how to how to construct this regular expression. Ugh, I'm gonna have to think on this. Get pushed, get paid. Am I excited about the... First of all, welcome. Hi, thanks for coming. Am I excited about the doc coming out soon? Yeah, the TypeScript doc. I'm in it. I'm excited to be in a documentary. So it's going to go straight to my head. It already has. Do I know regular expression? Like, 50%-ish? I'm struggling here. So, oh geez. So this allows an A with any amount of stuff in it. Sorry, this allows an A with no stuff in it, but I want to also allow an A with like href equals dot star. So what if I like allow an href? Not gonna work. Ugh, I hate this. Capturing crew. Nope. Yeah, I don't even know how to write this. Oh my god, am I gonna have to ask an AI? Ugh. Or I could. Yeah, I mean, this is going about how well one would expect live regular expression coding to go, right? I could use like a markdown parser or HTML parser. Like that actually would probably make sense here. But what if I do like any any space or tab plus, so that should capture the case of yeah, I truly don't trust ChatGPT for something complex like this. Okay, so we're right, so let's do the case of just A with a space in it to work, and then we'll make it more complex. So like A with space, question mark, space star. Oh my god. A space star B dot test. AB should be true, and then also test AB should be true, and then AAB, but then like 3 should be false. Why is this not god dang working? Oh my god, I hate this. Oh, test A badge. False. Now none of it's passing. What the heck? Oh, it's I wanted not plus but star. Any amount of spaces. Okay, yeah, that was totally unrelated to what I was doing. Okay, so star says any number of them, 0 or more. Plus says at least 1. So here we're saying A and then either space or tab any number of times should pass. So let's put like a tab here. There we go. Now I'm saying, and then I want A to Z, cool, quote, any amount. So that should, oh, and it's star allowed. So any amount of them is okay. So now we can do like A, href equals ABC. Ref equals ABC. Badge. That should, nope, doesn't allow. So let's see what I got. Href equals, there we go. So allowed equals, ampersand, semicolon, question mark. Just generally allowing a lot of different characters that tend to show up in these. I'm sure there's like a better way of doing this. Period. I'm just looking through up here. I don't see any other wild and wacky things. Alright, so is this still polynomial complaining? So now I'm saying inside of the A, I'm allowed anything that's white space or not white space to happen. Please work. Ah! So close. Underscore. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. So does it capture from A? It does capture from A. Oh, I missed a slash, didn't I? Slash. Colon. Slash. I did put the dash in there. I'm just trying to see like what characters is it barfing on. So it's something inside this href. Let's see here. Nope. Something here. And go. Nope. So I have to root this whole href to find it. I could have sworn I put the dash in. I didn't put the dash in there. Haha. Yes. Boom! Nailed it. Oh yeah. So I'm saying start of a line, any amount of white space, an A tag, and inside the A tag, any amount of space, tab, alphanumeric, random HTML characters like minus and equals and ampersand, also quotes. Then any amount of space or not space, and then A. Also, let's add the greedy tag to make it as quick as possible. So now I'm going to do the same type of search for, oh geez, unexpected comma middle. There you go. So I'm going to do the same thing for each of the little badges that I got here, little friends. Ooh. So we did code cov. Now let's do contributor code of covenant. See, this is a big part of why we have tests. Also, I'm like, oh, this is annoying copying and pasting them out. Let's do describe no results cases for these. So now I can just say these have no results. Oops, that's not a no result. That's a result case. Input, and then I can say single result cases here. So now I have, I don't need to like constantly just rewrite the same thing. I can just say that the expected result is whatever the input was in an array of size 1. Equal that. So I'm actually kind of pleased with myself. I got progress done in a regular expression live. I don't know if it's going to end up working out, but you know what? I tried my hardest. And this thing close. Okay. Would you look at that? It's all passing. Great. Love to see it. So we got the contributor covenant there. Let's add the MIT license one. Make sure that all my existing badge variants are detected. Kind of surprised that sponsor one got detected across lines, but okay, this is fine. As long as something's getting detected. prettier isn't being detected. What's wrong with prettier? And it's specifically the last two. Okie dokie. Ah, this isn't an A tag. This is oh boy. This is a totally different thing. So const matchers. Actually, I can just get rid of this comment since it's given most of the comments it's implemented. I'm gonna have to do the fancy contributors 1, 2. So let me just post that there. To do fancy contributors thing. So this is one of the matchers, and then another one will be to do image tag. So return matchers.flat-map matcher.match contents. I think this should work. Matcher is regular expression. Matcher type is regex. Matcher dot what? Oh, contents dot match matcher. Still work as expected. Same failures as before. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So now what we want to do is find image tags. So first one is just a real simple image with nothing in it. I actually think I want no matches on that one. So let's look, these aren't even across lines. Silly. Skip these for now so I get the nice passing grade. Then, so I want image to actually have something in here with a source. So I want something here with source in it. Image alt equals code type test coverage. Aha. Oh, this is funny. So two matchers are matching on this. So how do I make it so that I'm going to make it so that once a matcher collects something from the text, it oh my god, it removes that slice of text from let remaining contents. Let remaining equals contents for const matcher of matchers. Const matches. Great. So I'm gonna have to modify the original string, or like what's left of the original string, continuously as we find matches. So const matches equals remaining dot match matcher for const match of matches. Let's just log it for now. Match if matches. I love it. So now we got matches. You know, I'm actually just gonna breakpoint on this one because I want to see it in action. So the first time we have a match. Alrighty, so it's going to be on the first string, which is the A badge. Okay, so matcher. Oh boy, matches. What? Oh, broken this file, not in the actual function. Okay, matcher matches dot index. What does matches have? Let's go to the type definition. Oh boy. Regex match away, which is the index of the search in which the result was found. Right. So matches.index. No. matcher. So matches is an array of size 0. Remaining dot match. How is there no index? I thought there's supposed to be an index. Well, anyway, let's just say that remaining equals remaining dot slice. So badges dot push match of 0. And dot slice of match dot index. No, match system. How do I get rid of all the matches? Is it exec? Do I want the exec API? Got exec remaining? Okay. So while true with the no match break matched what do I get with matched? Is it the range? What I'm trying to do is figure out all the matches in the string. Where's my and exec is running infinitely. How do I even use regex as exec? Right. So this is fun. I'm gonna have to kill my terminals here. I want to finish this before I quit today. I've already been coding for an hour 42 and I'm getting tired. Also, where is the infinite loop here? What is happening? Well, let's see if I can debug in the terminal. Matched is null. 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 Alright, so let's breakpoint only if matched is true. Aha! So matched. If there's no matched, otherwise, badges.push matched of 0, and then badge equals matched of 0. So if it's const badge equals matched, badge.push badge, then remaining equals remaining dot slice 0 to matched of index, and then remaining dot slice matched dot index plus badge dot length. Join. Right. So we're saying whenever we find a match, we're gonna remove that slice from the remaining stuff. Cool. And let's see how this goes in my terminal. And all right, so that's cool. That's cool. It's going. It's going. I'm gonna have to remove my console logs. My test suites make sure I don't console log, which is something that can be annoying, but I find to be very useful to make sure I don't accidentally log. Look at that! Tests are passing! Yay! Cool. So we don't have any like duplicate catches here. So like the fact that we match on the A tag means we don't later match on the image. Awesome! Yay! Happy. I see I've lost half of my viewers over that shenanigan. Okay, let's look at images now. Ooh, and it just magically works now that I've added a source. Great. That makes me happy. I can just remove that breakpoint. Now let's add in the big chungus here. Ahref equals contributors. And yes, well, looks like we have a problem. So I expected to get everything in here, but this missed the... I wonder if it's that it has the hash in it. Let's see if the hash is allowed. Boop. Oh, nice. Look at these regular expressions. Okay. If contents what I also want to do is make sure that we I also want to make sure that we don't get too much of the README. So like if there's like a bunch of badge stuff and then more things and then something that looks like a badge, we don't get the more things and then something that looks like a badge. So we want to make sure that we stop at the first like /p or h2 in the existing README. So let's make sure that we also it doesn't collect badges after a closing paragraph. Oh, I don't even have it in the scope. Oops. Expect, find existing badges, image alt equal badge, test badge, source equals test JPEG. So we're going to probably do the same thing for an H2, either way. Test badge 1, test badge 8, test 8. To equal, then we just want this. Does that work? Nope. We get 2 of them. Ooh, wait, it's good actually. It is parsing out the image, but we don't want to also get that second one. So let's see. So we want to split. Can you split on a regular expression? Yes. So I want to split on a star, or like on a /p. 0. So before the first p, nice. After an h2. Then I also want to split after usage. Nice. So it's /p. Or a hash. Oh, look at that. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I think I just successfully did a whole bunch of work with regular expressions. That makes me really happy. And then I'm also going to open up some other readmes that I have locally. I don't need this. I've been like messing around in this repo. Because I know other readmes of mine have like, yeah, this type of badge. Here we go. So I want to make sure that these get detected too. So let's add these to the block. Very excited about this. Okay, so then it's like so these are like a like a weird case here. Just adding a few like miscellaneous cases up there. So yeah, these look like, what do these look like? So it's an array with an exclamation mark, dot star. So array start, exclamation mark, another array start, parentheses, dot star, parentheses, end array, another parentheses. What is this complaining about? And I think it's it needs to be escaped. Yeah, so normally in regular expressions, array thingies actually mean something. So let's make these not mean anything. All right, so I got the first one. That's nice. That's nice. How about code style? The second one. Yep. TypeScript strict. Aha. So this one is different. This one is just. By the way, this is just totally unreadable code. What I'm writing here. So this is exclamation mark array thing stuff array thing parentheses anything parentheses. Does that work? So close. And that should come next. Yes, because this array start thing has a we'll capture that stuff too. All right, so oh my god, look at this. It's all matching nicely. Love it. I'm super pleased with this. So what I just did here was I wrote a function that can generally detect existing badges in README. Like an hour ago, I said, you know what, I don't really want to do all that logic, but you know what, this works. So I'm happy. I ended up just doing it anyway. Don't need this mock select stuff. It's just corrupt. All right. So back to where this stuff's actually used. Done with the whatever hour of TDD. Find existing badges is used in write README. So that's cool. Close off my regular expression exploration tabs. So now that I'm gonna go watch, I'm gonna run test u. Is write readme tested? Oh, it is. That's cool. Options, add sections. Has the snapshot been updated? Okay, it has. With a formatting change. This is fine. It'll get formatted out. So like the regular expressions are capturing the initial lines as having spaces. This is okay. All right. So what am I actually doing here? So I'm generating top content. I'm gonna want to unit test generate top content also, because this is like kind of an important tricky thing here. So let's do that. So what am I actually doing? So what's the first thing? It generates full content when there are no existing badges. Const actual equals generate top content. Oh boy. I already need the big ol' options type here, so let's just take that in. Option space, existing badges is empty. I'm just going to do snapshot testing. Yep, so that generates this lovely spew. Now let's also do this for the case of their replaces existing contents when there are existing badges. So we're splicing the badge. So like let's say when there is, let's say there's an existing badge that is like image alt equals TypeScript strict, but it's like an old version of this. Invalid SVG. So now this thing's generated TypeScript strict. Oh, look at that. Should have TypeScript SVG. And then it and then lastly it should push existing badges to the end, existing unknown badge. So then this one is an existing known badge. So this is like unknown badge unknown dot svg. This will just wipe out. And unknown badge is missing. Nope. Badges join. So it's aha. Dot 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 badges. Dot. What's it? Existing was what we were moving from. Remaining existing. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. What I don't like is that all my existing badges have the indent, but the new one doesn't. So let's just add that automatically. Why don't we? Just starts. Yep. Map badge. Yeah, so we add in the first tab automatically, so that if we have an existing unknown badge, then voila, it gets added. Beautiful. So I'm pretty pleased with this unit test coverage. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the repo that was giving me problems before. Load all contributors auto action. And I believe I actually have an issue on it that has the like the snippet that I ran. Where is it? 69. Nice. Oh man, I didn't push the I didn't paste the snippet. Oops. Oh well. Let's do that. So let me check out main get pull sorted node repos creates TypeScript app bin index.js base everything mode mics. Oh, and skip GitHub API exclude contributors skip install. Yep, I sent a PR to Clack to add in tap to complete, and they haven't released the version with the PR yet. Okay, so let's look at the README. In theory, the badges, they're duplicated though. What's going on? Well, in the meantime, I can paste the command here. What am I doing? I'm skipping install. Get out of there. Don't need to skip GitHub API and then exclude. There it is. So why are you... Okay, so the README has... So I need to do more work, clearly. The README already has this P section. Oop. Command is create-typescript-app bin index.js with all the flags. And yeah. We are generating top content. You know what? It's been 2 hours of coding. I'm tired. I'm going to call it a break here. I said I'd stream for an hour and a half. It's been more. So here's where I am, and here's where I'll pick off, probably offline. I'm probably not going to do the rest of this on stream. We'll probably get too impatient to do it, or to wait until Thursday, which is when I next stream, Thursday morning Eastern. I've got it so that I have good low-level logic that can detect existing badges in a README before the end paragraph, and then like splice things in. But what I need to do is figure out why generate top contents is adding a whole paragraph on top instead of replacing inline. It's probably just that I haven't written that logic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quit everything and then send a work in progress PR. So README badge splicing. Fix, splice, badges, existing badge, splice, badges, and README. Hey, Darren. Thank you. I try to be fast. You know, efficiency. Splice badges and README during migration. I have to update that phrase. Okay, dokie. This is a silly problem. What a silly thing to spend time on, honestly. But it'll be useful, and people will want it if they start using this to migrate existing packages. You know, all these tests. So for the issue of existing badge description badges not detected, so I finished detecting existing badges, and I finished splicing existing badges, splicing new alongside existing equivalents and other badges. Yeah, this is the new create-typescript-app thing. Yeah. And then the last thing I need to do, which isn't actually done yet, is what do I have to do? Inject into an existing P instead of pre-pending a new one. Draft PR. Ooh, what's my great question? Thanks for asking, Darren. What is my recommended way to do TypeScript libs? I've used lead deculture rollup, but I recently got a really sick Vite setup working, and I'm liking it a lot now. Well, a lot of different good ways. I've recently really been enjoying Vite. Sorry, not Vite. Well, I like Vite, but TSUP, which is what I use in this app, which I'll just post in the chat for reference for anyone new. But TSUP's pretty nice. Bundles. Ostensibly no config, but like you often will end up wanting to add a config. It also supports a lot of command line flags. But yeah, whatever works for you. Honestly, they all have pros and cons and different ways that they approach the problems. So TSC natively, TSUP, Vite, rollup, it's all good. But yeah, this was a juicy PR. When did I start working on this? Like an hour ago or something? This was 7:51, which I first posted in the chat. It doesn't say. Anyway, this was fun, y'all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post this on the socials, and then I'm going to find someone to raid. And then I'm going to go and have dinner. Yay, TSUP! This was a lot juicier than I wanted, but got good amount of progress. Boop. By the way, any last questions or comments? People I should raid? Places to go? Oh no, I got a lint failure. Let me fix that up real quick. Oh, it's from unused stuff. Silly. Those. Yay. But yeah, who should I raid? Let's see here. Anyone I follow? Oh yeah, Chris Griffin. I'll tell him I said hi. Sad that I can't stay long enough. But anyway, before I head out, let me just post my info real quick. I'm Josh. Hello. I'm a full-time independent open source maintainer in the TypeScript ecosystem. You just saw me spend 2 hours working on a template TypeScript package. That's the type of stuff I do. I also triage issues, review pull requests, all sorts of good things. You can buy my book, Learning TypeScript, to support me, or you could sponsor me on GitHub. I really appreciate it, because I don't have a full-time job. This is what I do. And with all that being said, thanks y'all for hanging out. This was fun. I'll stream again Thursday morning Eastern, and this will go up on YouTube soon. Yeah. Bye, y'all.